GED Literary and Informational Texts 2026 General Educational Development Full Course. Question 1. What is the main idea of a passage? A detail about a character. The author's bio. The central point or message. The first sentence. The main idea encapsulates what the entire text is about. Question 2. In literature, what does tone refer to? The loudness of the reading. The author's attitude toward the subject. The number of characters. The setting's time period. Tone reflects the author's voice and perspective, example sarcastic, serious. Question 3. What is an inference? A direct quote. A summary of the plot. A conclusion based on evidence and reasoning. The dictionary definition of a word. Inferring is reading between the lines using clues provided. Question 4. In the sentence the candidate's evasive answers frustrated the reporters. What does evasive mean? Clear. Detailed. Avoiding directness. Honest. Context suggests the reporters are frustrated because they aren't getting straight answers. Question 5. Which of these is a primary source? A textbook. An encyclopedia. A diary entry. A movie review. Primary sources are first-hand accounts or original documents from the time of the event. Question 6. What is the purpose of a thesis statement in an informational text? To introduce the characters. To state the main argument or purpose. To provide a list of sources. To conclude the essay. The thesis guides the reader on what the author intends to prove or explain. Question 7. Identify the setting of a story. The conflict. The time and place. The moral of the story. The dialogue. Setting describes the context, when and where, of the action. Question 8. What is foreshadowing? A recap of previous events. Hints about future events in the story. A type of metaphor. The climax of the story. Authors use foreshadowing to build suspense or prepare the reader for what's coming. Question 9. Which element of a story represents the climax? The beginning. The resolution. The point of highest tension. The introduction of characters. The climax is the turning point of the narrative. Question 10. What is personification? Comparing two unlike things using like. Giving human qualities to non-human things. An exaggeration. The use of symbols. Example, the wind whispered through the trees. Question 11. In a nonfiction text, what is the author's purpose if they are using many statistics and facts? To entertain. To inform. To persuade. To express feelings. Using facts and data is a hallmark of informative writing. Question 12. What does first-person point of view mean? The narrator uses I and me. The narrator is an all-knowing observer. The story is told by you. There is no narrator. First person is told from the perspective of a character within the story. Question 13. What is theme? The sequence of events. The location of the story. The underlying message or lesson. The names of the characters. Themes are universal ideas explored in a work, example good versus evil. Question 14. A metaphor is a comparison that uses like or as, does not use like or as, is always literal, is a funny joke. Example, time is a thief. Question 15. What is the function of a transition word? To end the story. To connect ideas and improve flow. To define a difficult word. To name a character. Words like however, furthermore, and therefore are transitions. Question 16. What is irony? A happy ending. A contrast between expectation and reality. A long description. A type of rhyme. Irony occurs when the opposite of what is expected happens. Question 17. In an argument, bias refers to scientific proof, a prejudice or leaning toward one side, a lack of interest, the use of logic. Bias suggests a lack of neutrality in the author's presentation. Question 18. What is summary? A word-for-word copy. A brief overview of the main points. A personal opinion. The first paragraph. Summarizing involves condensing the text to its essentials. Question 19. What does context clues mean? Using a dictionary. Using surrounding words to find a meaning. Asking a teacher. Ignoring the word. Hints in the sentence or paragraph help define unfamiliar terms. Question 20. An allegory is a story where characters represent abstract ideas. Everything is true. The ending is sad. There are no animals. Allegories use symbolic characters and events to convey a deeper meaning.